If you are working full time but you feel like you're getting nowhere with money, this might be why. Because most people stay broke not because they're lazy, but usually it's because of a few habits that are holding them back that they are not even aware of. And I've been guilty of this myself too. I always thought more hours is more income. Work, save, repeat, rinse and repeat so long, but I would stay stuck in the same place. And what changed everything for me was not working harder, but actually breaking free from these beliefs and habits that I had. And especially the third one costed me everything literally twice until I flipped it into a six-figure system. Now, bad habit number one is not necessarily a habit that I had, but it's more like a bad thing that I was doing, and I was gaming a lot, playing a lot of video games, and also using substances like alcohol and maybe weed very often. So I personally started my online business career during my high school and university years, where of course you're growing up and people start partying and going out, and it's like almost normal to go out drinking and maybe start smoking weed and trying and testing all this stuff. But these things really do not benefit you when you're starting to run an online business. And the main reason for that is obviously it's very distracting. It costs you a lot of money, it costs you a lot of time. You often feel hungover the day after using these things. You are tired, you're not optimized. And it's just so easy, especially with let's something like video games, to play a video game, just sit in your chair, get the dopamine and feel like you are fulfilling something by leveling up an in-game character instead of leveling up yourself. It's so much harder to level up yourself and learn and read a book and try an online business and investing in yourself than doing that in a video game where there's basically no stakes. And besides that, it's also just a lot easier to get the dopamine from an online video game by finishing one quest, getting your skill points and getting your gold, and then being able to buy something new. Once you are used to playing video games and getting this cheap and easy dopamine from the video games, it also makes it even harder to do this in real life, because it's so easy in the game to get that like peak of dopamine and peak of like fulfillment, compared to actually starting a business and having the patience to work on it and learn it and then actually starting to make money from it. So my biggest, I would say, like addiction and thing that held me back when I was starting was still being in that like video game playing mindset, and maybe also partying and smoking weed mindset, where if you do these things a lot frequently, you will think about these things more so than think about your business or working on your business or growing your business. So let's say you're standing under the shower or you're like on a walk, on a drive, and you're thinking about like, oh, I have to do this quest in my video game. I have to like do this to get this money or get this piece of gear or something. That takes away from the time you are thinking about your actual business. And because it's such high dopamine, like manufactured and created, it's very hard to play video games and also run a business, because it's just easier for a game or hanging out and smoking weed with your friends to take away time from you actually focusing and thinking about your business. Because running a business is just a lot harder. It can be very boring, and sometimes you have to learn, you have to have patience to build something, and it can cost you time and money where you don't get instant fulfillment. So first thing I had to do to actually make my business work and make me more focused and make me reach like a certain level of success is quitting gaming. And I'm not an angel. I sometimes drink and have a party with friends, but very minimal. I don't get like drunk to a point where I'm like super hungover the next day or 2 days anymore and have no focus or energy at all. So yeah, bad habit number one is look into yourself and see what are things that you spend a lot of time on or that take up a lot of your mental bandwidth, and are these beneficial for you in achieving your goals or getting what you want out of life? And like I said, like the fulfillment you get from playing a video game is not real, you know? Like if you do that for let's say 10 years and you have a level 100 character with the best gear and the most money, that doesn't give you anything in real life. Sure, it's fun to do in the moment, but it doesn't level up yourself as a person. So yeah, look deep into yourself. What are maybe your addictions? What are the things that are costing a lot of time and mental energy or mental like thought for you? And are you willing to give up these to actually make an online business work and start making money online and maybe work on the life that you dream of? Now, bad habit that I really had to give up and that I really was like a slave to in my earlier business years is course hopping or having shiny object syndrome, if that's what you want to call it. So I was when I started, very like new to online business marketing and all that stuff. And the moment someone on YouTube or Instagram or whatever would come out with a new course with some like half decent marketing and persuasion, where they are like, we just found a new way to do this, or there's a new way to run ads, or a new way to do YouTube, or a new way to do Shopify or e-commerce or dropshipping or something. I would be like, oh, I need to get on that train. I need to get that, you know? So I ended up spending a lot of money on courses and coaching instead of just buying one proper good program, dedicating my time to that system and trying to make it with that system. Now, I do believe that it's good to invest in yourself, but if I think about that time now, I would often buy a course, maybe like blast through the course in like a weekend or a week, implement it like once or twice into like let's say a dropshipping e-commerce website in this case, or in a YouTube automation channel. But then of course you need a lot of reps for something to work usually in online business. And I would try it once or twice and I would see another course and I would be like, oh, maybe like that thing with that new name that they gave it, a new mechanism, maybe that's the way for me, you know? So instead of spending, let's say, another $2,000 on trying this method that I learned in this course, I would spend that money on getting a new course, spending time again going through that course and learning that course. And basically the previous course I would then leave behind and try this new thing. So basically my learning curve would start fresh from zero again and again and again. And I didn't count it like every course like I've ever got in the past. I probably have it written down somewhere. But I think I've spent well between $20,000 to $30,000 on coaches and courses in the last 3 years. And honestly, if I look back at, especially in my e-commerce dropshipping times, I think I definitely got like 5 to 7 courses around e-commerce dropshipping that basically almost teach the same thing, just with other packaging and a marketing message. And if I think back on the money that I spent on that, if I would have just picked one good course that I researched the person giving the course, like his background and his system, and spent like that 10K on implementing that, I think I would have been a lot richer and more successful and had more focus on one thing, making one thing work, instead of like trying new things all the time and starting over. So yeah, my second really bad habit that I really had to get rid of is this shiny object syndrome. So if you like know from yourself that you do this a lot, where you're like, oh, this course is amazing, maybe I gotta try that, maybe you gotta try this, let me try this business model, let me try that business model. You know, you are like course hopping or skipping all the time because you feel like you're missing out on that shiny object. Try to get rid of this and try to commit to one single teacher, coach, or course provider, or YouTuber or whatever. Fact check his background, his client success story. See if he's a person that you would like want to not become the one-on-one mimic, but would you want to be in his position, running an online business and being successful with something, like someone you would be proud of, basically, right? Would you be proud of yourself if you would have the same level of success as that person and maybe the status or whatever, and then invest in that one person's program and teachings and follow that until you are successful with it. Now, bad habit number 3 that I had to get rid of, and you probably too, if you have this, is always trying to look for shortcuts when you're starting a new online business or an online business in general. So when I started my dropshipping adventures, I was basically sometimes looking for like this gray area black hat stuff that could get me results faster. When I was starting my YouTube automation business, I bought a pre-monetized channel and I was trying like to do all these like gray area shorts to like explode my channel subscribers really quick. And both of the cases, like with the dropshipping e-commerce stuff, especially during COVID, I was trying to like sell these like mouth masks, like these breathing masks, which everyone was buying, right? So I bought like a whole bunch of them, but then it was illegal to like sell these with YouTube or Facebook ads. So I got my whole account shut down because of that. And then I couldn't run ads anymore. So that literally like maybe gave me a really quick peak of some cash inflow. But because I tried to do like some shady stuff, my accounts got blocked. And then it was so much harder to get my accounts back. I had to like buy it back. It was just a pain to get it back and go through that process and not be able to run ads again. And then with my YouTube automation business, when I just started, I bought this pre-monetized channel. I was trying to like upload all these shorts. I was doing like normal videos, but I was like trying to cheat the system in getting monetized fast so I would earn. But then after a month of running that first channel, which was actually going really well at the time, I got demonetized and shut down because YouTube found out I had like a pre-monetized channel and I was uploading shorts that weren't like completely fair use or something. And then I lost all my progress from that last 1 or 2 months. I lost a channel that was pre-monetized that I paid for, and I lost the money that I paid for all these videos that I did too. So yeah, big lesson from me that I really had to learn the hard way by losing a lot of money and time and energy is do not try to get into something and look for like the quickest way that's maybe gray area and shady business to get money quick or get ahead quick. Because usually when you try to approach business like this, it will backfire in the long run and it will give you even more stress if you lose your ad account or you lose your YouTube account and you have to literally start fresh from zero again. So yeah, stop trying to cheat the system, have patience, dedicate yourself to one business model and make that work with like enough time frame, like say, let's say 6 to 12 months of dedicated work to one thing without trying to cheat the system or use shady methods to get ahead. So yeah guys, if you are a beginner entrepreneur, maybe you still work your job and you're looking for some online money on the side, these are 3 things that I had to learn the hard way to get to where I am right now. Honestly, these like things that I mentioned here, like these habits, easily costed me 3 to 5 years of my like online business life in setbacks that I had because of doing things wrong, like spending a lot of time like playing video games or maybe like getting high with friends and like chilling too much and not being focused, or just buying all these courses that costed me money without making money back and actually implementing them, all right? So if any of these for you feel relatable, comment below which one it is, and maybe you have some other bad habits that you are like stuck to, and then I can help you overcome that with the next video. And yeah, I hope this helped. I hope you like this more personal style. Last week, I spent a lot of time writing out like my whole business life with like multiple story angles. And these 3 stories and bad habits that I just told are actually like real life things that happened to me. So I'm going to try sharing these more in like these kind of videos so that you can get inspired and hopefully feel related to like how this all works. Because it's not always like... it's not always like positive things that happen when you do these things, online business. There can be really hard times that you will have to get over and overcome. And it's usually like a mental battle for you to actually get to where you want to be. It's in a way simple, but it's not easy to overcome yourself and actually do this while you're still working a job too. All right. Now, if you want to learn how I run my life, like how I make my money now, you can join my Faceless Tuber School in the description below. This is my community where I learn and help you set up a 3K a month Faceless YouTube channel that you can run while you're still working your job and maybe even quit your job if you do well enough. All right. I hope these helped and I hope to see you in the next video, which you can watch by clicking right here in the screen. In this video, I'm giving you the realistic expectation of starting a YouTube automation channel where I literally walk through a new channel I launched 2 months ago that's now making me money so that you can see what you can expect starting this business.